Hello everyone. Today we will discuss one of the most important topic and the frequently asked question of the thorax, that is the arteries that supplies the heart. Now the heart is supplied by two coronary arteries and these coronary arteries arises from the ascending aorta. These both arteries runs in the coronary sulcus. Now you may know that the ascending aorta has mainly three aortic sinuses. One anterior aortic sinus and two posterior aortic sinus, that means the right and the left one. Now the right coronary artery arises from the anterior aortic sinus and the left coronary artery arises from the left posterior aortic sinus, and the left coronary artery is comparatively larger than the right coronary artery. Now we will discuss both the arteries in detail. First of all, right coronary artery. This is the right coronary artery. This one. Now first of all, its course. The right coronary artery first of all passes forward and to the right, as you can see over here. Right, to emerge on the surface of the heart between the root of the pulmonary trunk. This is the pulmonary trunk over here. And the right auricle. This somewhat here you can see this is the right auricle. Right atrium, there will be right auricle. It then runs downward. Just go through the diagram. It then runs downward in the right anterior coronary sulcus to a junction between the right and the inferior border of the heart. This is the right border and this is the inferior border. So it will go in the junction between the right and the inferior border of the heart. Okay, it will go downward and go to the junction between these two borders. It then winds around in the back side. Okay, it then winds in the back side, as you can see. This artery goes back, it winds back side to reach the diaphragmatic surface of the heart. Here it runs backwards and to the left side, as you can see, in the right posterior coronary sulcus. Till now it was running in the right anterior coronary sulcus, but now it will run in the posterior coronary sulcus to reach the posterior interventricular groove. Over here you can see these are the two ventricles, and between these two ventricles there is an interventricular groove. So this posterior descending artery, this will go into the posterior interventricular, this will enter into the posterior interventricular groove. So this was the right coronary artery. Okay, it will give branches. Okay, and this is the posterior descending artery over here, which will go in the interventricular groove. Now it then terminates by anastomosing with the circumflex branch of the left coronary artery. Over here, as you can see, this is the left circumflex artery. So this both posterior descending artery and the left circumflex artery, they both will anastomose with each other. Now the branches. First of all, there are two large branches. This is the marginal branch and over here posterior descending branch, which will go in the interventricular groove at the diaphragmatic surface. And the small ones are right atrial, right ventricular, terminal, infundibular, nodal and the conus. Now to remember this, there is one mnemonic I made, that means TINC, TINC. Right atrial, right ventricular is easy to remember, but you can remember this four by remembering the word TINC, TINC. Terminal, infundibular, nodal and conus. Okay. Now the area which are distributed by the right coronary artery are first of all, of course, the right atrium, because it is the right side. Now in the ventricle, first of all, it supplies the larger part of the right ventricle except the area that adjoins the anterior interventricular groove. That means it will not supply the anterior interventricular, means the area over the anterior interventricular groove is not distributed by the right coronary artery. And in the ventricle, in the left ventricle, a small part of the left ventricle that adjoins the posterior interventricular groove. That means in the posterior side, in the posterior interventricular groove, the right coronary artery is distributed. And the posterior part of intraventricular septum, the posterior part of interventricular septum and all the conducting system of the heart except the part of left branch of AV bundle, means SA node, AV node, Purkinje fiber, bundle of His, all this applied by the right coronary artery except the left branch of AV bundle, a part of that. Okay. Now talk about the left coronary artery. Now first of all, the location, as you can see, this is the left coronary artery, this part. Okay. Now let's look at the diagram to understand it clearly. Now the first of all, the course. Now as you can see, the artery first run forwards and to the left. This is the front view. So it will goes forward and to the left and emerges between the pulmonary trunk. As you can see, this is the pulmonary trunk and the left auricle. Okay, the right coronary artery was emerging in between the pulmonary trunk and the right auricle. So same way here, pulmonary trunk and left auricle, simple. Here it gives anterior interventricular branch. As you can see, this is the anterior descending artery or the anterior interventricular artery, left one. Okay, and run downward in the groove of the same name. That means the left anterior interventricular groove. Now the further continuation of the left coronary artery is known as the circumflex artery, this one. Okay, now simply we can say that the left coronary artery, it will, while going down, it will give one branch known as the left anterior descending artery or the anterior interventricular artery, and the remaining part of this is known as the left circumflex artery. The left circumflex artery will wind around to the back side, that means goes to the diaphragmatic part of the heart from the left border of the heart and continues in the left posterior coronary sulcus. From the anterior coronary sulcus, it will go to the posterior coronary sulcus. Near the posterior interventricular groove, as I told you before, it will anastomose with the posterior descending artery of the right coronary artery. Simple. So let's go through the diagram so it will be easier for you to understand. This is the left coronary artery. It will give one branch called the left anterior descending artery or the interventricular artery. It will go into the this side, and then it will give the remaining part of the left coronary artery is called the left circumflex artery, which will wind back side in the left posterior part of the, or because the diaphragmatic part of the heart, and it will anastomose with the posterior descending artery of the right coronary artery. Now the branches of the left coronary artery are the anterior interventricular artery, okay, and the diagonal branch. This is the diagonal branch, as you can see. The small one are the left atrial, pulmonary and the terminal branches. Now the area of distribution, simple, first is simple, that is the left atrium because it is of the left side. Now in the ventricle, of course, large part of the left ventricle except the area adjoining the posterior interventricular groove, because this posterior interventricular groove is supplied by or is distributed actually by the right coronary artery, if you remember the previous one. Okay, and the small part of the right ventricle, that is the adjoining anterior interventricular groove. Okay, the anterior interventricular septum also, and the small part of left branch of AV bundle, because rest of the conducting bundle or conducting branches of the heart are supplied by the right coronary artery, and only this part is supplied by the left coronary artery. Now cardiac dominance. In about 10% of heart, the right coronary artery is rather smaller or is not able to give the posterior interventricular branch. As if you remember, the right coronary artery actually gives, as you can see, the right coronary artery gives posterior descending artery, this one. Okay, but in some cases, the right coronary artery is not able to give the posterior interventricular branch. So in this case, the circumflex artery, that means the branch of the left coronary artery, this circumflex branch, the circumflex branch actually provides the posterior interventricular branch as well as the AV node. Such cases are called left dominant cases, because in this the left coronary artery actually provides the posterior interventricular branch. Okay, because the right one is not able to give this. Such hearts are called left dominant. Mostly the right coronary artery only gives the posterior interventricular artery, and such hearts are called right dominant heart. So thus, in short, we can say that the artery which gives the posterior interventricular branch is the dominant artery. So this was all about the artery that supplies the heart.